mobility and stability today. If you want your chair close by, just have it near you so that you can touch it for a little bit of balance back up. So we're starting off with swaying forward and backwards, just very gently with your feet slightly apart and thinking about the pressure through the soles of your feet. And we're just shifting the weight forward towards the balls of your feet and then back towards the heel. I'll turn side on so you can see that very small movement of my body. I'm not actually lifting the feet up unless you're having to correct your balance. Just swaying back and forward. Feeling the muscles around the ankles and the feet working. Good. And then just centering back so that the pressure is over the arches of your feet. And I'll turn forwards again to do our sideways shift. Shift your weight onto one side and then over to the other side. Nice and gently. Shifting across. Keep your bottom tucked in. Standing nice and tall. Good. Keeping the lower tummy firm. Holding that core stability. Keeping your posture nice and upright. As you sway from side to side. Right. And then back into the center again. All right, some side stepping. We'll start to the left and taking 2 steps left together, left, right together, right. Left together, left, right together, right. Make sure you're lifting the feet up as always. No sliding of the feet along the floor. And keeping the knees soft and bouncy if you can. That's it, nice and controlled, stepping. Good. And then just coming back to the midline, the center. And we're marching on the spot, getting ready to do our V steps. So remember that you've got your imaginary V on the floor in front of you. You're standing on the point of the V. You're going to be stepping forward and out onto the corners of the V and then stepping back together to the point of the V. And we're alternating steps and leading with our right leg first. So ready with the right leg and off we go. Forward, apart, back, together. Hold on to the chair if you need to for a little bit of balance if you're feeling unsteady. Forward, apart, back, together. Just going at your own pace, keeping it rhythmical, keeping it steady. That's it, keep going. Forward, apart, back, together. One more, forward, apart, back, together, and marching on the spot. All right. Going to change over to lead with the left leg first this time. So it'll be left, right, and off we go. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Forward, apart, back, together. Forward, apart, back, together. That's it. Trying to keep on the spots. Same spots without wavering around. Nice and strong and steady. You don't need to hold on to the chair, then just swinging the arms. Just like marching. Good. One more. Forward and back. Just march on the spot. We're going to change back to leading with the right leg, and if you can, we're using our arms at the same time. So ready and go. Forward, apart, back, together. Forward, apart, back, together. Forward, apart, back, together. Keep the arms extended until you step back on that same side. Nice and steady. Slow it down if you feel a little bit uncontrolled. And at any time, if you need to have a rest, then just stop and have a bit of a breather. Really working the upper body as well as the lower body, getting that circulation going. And one more, forward, apart, back, together. And just marching out those muscles that have been working quite well and strong. All right, our stretches. So as usual, calf stretch first. Keep your back foot position. Make sure it's facing straight. As you bend your front leg forward, keep the back knee nice and straight. Hold it there. Hips forward, shoulders back. And relaxing off. And stretching forward again, hold it there. And relaxing off, we'll step together, change over to the other foot behind. Check your back foot position, making sure it's straight or even a little bit pigeon-toed as you lunge forward. Push that back knee back as far as you can. Keep it as straight as possible. Shoulders back and hips forward. And relaxing off. And stretching out for the second one. A little bit further if you can. Good. And stepping together. We'll change back to the other foot behind. This time our hamstring stretch with the toe up, heel down at the front. Keep the front leg straight and sitting your bottom back towards your heel. If you do have knee problems, you can do it in sitting, which is quite effective as well. So either standing or sitting, stretching out those hamstring muscles. And give it a rest. And the second one, same side, tilting forward. Remember to keep the chest lifted, the scoop in your lower back. Feeling that stretch at the back of the leg, making sure you're doing an effective hamstring stretch. And coming upright, we'll do the other side. So again, you can do it in sitting. I'll do it in standing for this side. So sitting back towards your heel. Holding that stretch. And coming upright. And second one on that side. Tilting forward, keep the scoop in your lower back. Hold that nice stretch behind the thigh. All these stretches help to reduce cramps as well. I've been getting cramps lately and it's very unpleasant, but keep stretching out the muscles and that will help. So the next one is just your heel kick back behind towards your bottom. You can hold onto the chair if you need to. The important thing with this one is to keep the thighs level, so not letting your knee come forward as you kick your heel back. Keep that knee back. You should feel a tug at the front of the thigh with this one. And we'll change over to the other side. Kicking that heel back. Make sure the knee's back as well. Thighs are level. Feeling that tug at the front of the thigh. Good. And last one. And we'll go on to our arm stretches. So with our feet apart slightly, bring one hand onto your shoulder blade and with the other hand lift that elbow up. So the idea is to relax the stretching arm and use the other hand to just give it a bit of a push. Nudge into that stretch position all the way down the side of your body. And relaxing off. Ready for the second one. Lifting that elbow up and over just as high as you comfortably can till you nudge into that stretching sensation. and relaxing. We'll change over to the other hand on shoulder blade, and then with your opposite hand, lift that elbow up and over. If it's only halfway and you feel a stretch, then just stop there. But otherwise, see if you can go as far up as possible.
I said to myself, despair.
And relaxing off. For the second one, lifting up and over. See the muscles and the joints have relaxed into a more mobile position. You can stretch a little further. And relaxing off. Okay, hands behind your back and stretching away from your body. Keep that chin tucked back, ears back as well. Opening up the front of the chest. Nice long stretch. And relaxing off. And stretching back and away again. And relaxing up. Okay, and we'll go on to our next arm stretch with the arm across your body, gently squeezing in towards your chest. Feel a bit of a gentle stretch across the side of your shoulder. Remember to ease off if you get any squashing pain. And relaxing off. Do the second one, same side. Arm across, squeezing in gently. Holding that stretch. And relaxing off. We'll do the same on the other side. Arm across your body. And then gently squeezing that arm in towards your chest. Hold it there. Now just turn that music down while you're holding that position. And then relaxing off. And the second one on that side. Cross and squeezing in. And relaxing off. Okay, we'll go on to our lower spine mobility exercises with your hands on your hips. And imagine that you've got a towel and you're tucking it between your legs, tucking under, and then relaxing off. And tail back behind, so you're getting that scoop in your lower back. And then relaxing off. So tucking under, knees and legs stay straight. The movement's just coming from the pelvis. And then relaxing off. Tail back behind. And relax. Tucking under, feeling tummy muscles working to pull the tail between your legs. And relaxing off. Tail back behind. Nice smooth movements. Make sure it's controlled. And relaxing off. Tucking under again. And relaxing off. Tail back behind. They're small movements, but really important to keep that mobility around the lower back. And then relax off. And tucking under again. Trying to flatten the back. Tuck the tummy in. And then relaxing in that mid position. So we're going to keep the pelvis in that mid position while you're drawing your lower tummy muscles. So place your hand just below your belly button and drawing those lower tummy muscles in away from your hand. Feel that firmness in your lower body. And relaxing off. So drawing tummy, very gentle tummy tuck. Try not to tuck in underneath the ribs. Keep it low. And relaxing off. And drawing the lower tummy muscles in. And relaxing off. And drawing in. Thinking about the pelvic floor muscles underneath as well. Drawing up and tummy muscles drawing in. Creating a nice firm brace. And relaxing off. And drawing in again. Breathing normally while you hold that position. Good. And relaxing off. Okay, placing your hands on the sides of your hips. That music gets louder and louder with this CD. All right. So now our sideways tilting. So we're leaning through the hand as you tilt down to the side. slowly and smoothly, and coming up to the center. Down to the other side, and center, and down to the side, and center, down smoothly, feeling a stretch on the upper side of your body, coming up, and to the other side, your hands taking all the weight, not your spine, and you're just stretching as far as you can, comfortably without any pinching pain. One more each side, down to the side, and coming upright, and down to the other side, and coming upright. Keeping hands there, and we're rotating from the waist and shoulders, not from the hips or knees. So just turning from waist and shoulders to look around behind you, back to the center, turning from waist and shoulders to turn the other way, and center. So we're not using our neck and chin, just waist and shoulders. And center, waist and shoulders round to the other side, and center, and round, and center, and to the other side, and center. One more each side. Your lower back is good. Stretch, mobilizing the joint, and center. This time with your hands behind your back, having your thumbs on either side of your lower spine, and feet apart, gently pressing your hips forward, shoulders back, but make sure you keep your chin down near your chest and looking straight ahead, and coming upright. If you feel unsteady and overbalancing backwards, just keep your hand on the chair as you stretch back, and coming upright. So the hips forward, shoulders back, looking straight ahead, and coming upright. Hips forward, shoulders back, and upright. And one more of those, hips forward, shoulders back, and coming upright. That's good to stretch that back into an extended position, because we spend so much time in a flex position when we're sitting or bending forward, doing things, busy, reading, whatever. We need to get the joints moving in the opposite direction for almost as much time as we spend when we're bending forward. All right, we'll do our upper body stretches now. So if you can sit down on the chair. And sit right back against your backrest of your chair. If you feel comfortable enough to put your hands behind your head to support your neck, then we're doing the exercises in that position. If that's not comfortable, you can place your hands across in front of your shoulders and chest. So we're pressing back against the backrest with the area between shoulder blades. So pressing back, not looking up, not lifting the chin. And coming upright. Pressing back over the backrest of the chair. And coming upright. Depends on the height of your backrest, where you're getting your pressure between shoulder blades or a little bit further up. This back of this chair is a little bit high. And coming upright. Still feeling that pressure between shoulder blades. Not in the neck. And coming upright. And we're not arching the back too much. And coming upright. And pressing back again. Really trying to open up the chest, stretching around the ribs in the upper back. And coming upright. The next upper back movement is our side tilt. So keeping hands in the position either behind your head or across in front of your chest. Just going down sideways, tilting elbow down towards your hip, coming upright, and tilting down to the other side. Again, smooth movement. And coming upright. Down to the other side. And upright. elbow down towards your hip and up. Make sure you stop if you get any squashing or pinching pain. And coming upright. Should just feel a gentle stretch. And coming upright. One more each side, down to the side. And upright. And down to the other side. And coming upright. The next movement of our upper back is rotation. So keeping the elbows nice and wide if you can, and just rotating from shoulders and waist again. And then back to the center. Around to the other side, shoulders and waist. And center. Keep going from side to side. And center. Try not to turn your chin and neck. Movements just coming from shoulders and waist. Around. Hips are staying still and steady on the chair. Around to the side. And back to the center. And relaxing off. All right. We're going to stand up again and do a few more exercises standing. Don't know about you, but I'm sweating away here. The humidity is quite high, even though we're not using a lot of energy. It's just that humidity in the air. All right. So we're going to start with our feet slightly apart and use some arm movements. So make sure you've got plenty of room to spread your arms out to the side without hitting the chair or anything. So with our feet slightly apart, hands relaxed by your side with your palms facing forward. And we're just raising the right hand forward and up to shoulder height. Turn the palm over and stretching up above your head, trying to get it as close to your ear as possible. And then lowering hand down, turn the palm over and come down by your side. Same thing with the left hand, raising up to shoulder height. Turn the palm over and stretching up towards the ceiling. Feel your spine lengthening. Keep it nice and long as you lower that hand down. Turn the palm over at shoulder height. And alternating sides. Right one again. Turn the palm over at shoulder height. Stretching up. Make sure you're not lifting your shoulder up near your ear. Just trying to get your upper arm near your ear. And then lowering the hand down and come over and down by your side. Keep going. Left side again. Turning palm over. Stretching up. Lengthening from the waist and lowering down. Then palm over and come down by your side. Right hand again. Over and back. This time as you lower that hand, we'll bring the other hand up to shoulder height to meet and turn the imaginary ball over with your hand and then continue the movement back, squeezing shoulder blades together and changing hands over. Turn the imaginary ball over at shoulder height and continuing through nice controlled movement. Good. And changing over again. And palms over. And stretching back. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Changing over again. Nice smooth movement. Smooth and controlled. Stretching back. And changing over again. And palms over. And stretching back. Just lowering that upper arm down to shoulder height. Turn the palm over and lowering it down behind you. We're moving both arms together this time, raising forward and up. Turning palms over, stretching up and back, lengthening the waist, and then bringing the hands down and out to the side. Hopefully I've got enough room there. And then palms forward and up, turning palms over, stretching up and back, and down and out. Take a deep breath in, to prepare, and as we raise our hands forward and up again, we're blowing the air out. And breathing in as you lower the hands down. And breathing out as you raise the hands. Turning palms, stretching back. And breathing in as you lower them down. One more, breathing out as you raise the hands, turn, stretch back. And breathing in as you lower them down. Softening the knees, crossing arms, this time taking breath in as you stretch up and out to the side. And breathing out as you lower the hands down, out to the side. Softening knees again, keeping weight even on both sides. Breathing in, stretching up. And breathing out, lowering down. And breathing in, stretching up. And breathing out, lowering down. And standing up nice and tall. The last part of our spine that we're wanting to move is our neck joint. So keeping shoulders relaxed down, we'll start off with a relaxed shoulder circle, shrugging up, back, down and forward, while your arms are relaxed by your side. It helps to relax the muscles around the neck and shoulders. Shrugging up, back and down, keeping down and back in that lovely posture. And then turning your chin around to one shoulder, moving smoothly, turning around to the other side. Keeping the shoulders facing straight ahead as you turn. Back of the neck nice and long. It helps to keep the joints apart. Helps them move a little bit more smoothly without crunching too much. And as far as you comfortably can. And one more time. And looking straight ahead. Keep your chin facing straight. As you tilt your ear down to your shoulder, those shoulders stay horizontal as well. And coming up to the center. Ear down to the other side. Making sure your shoulders stay level. And coming upright. Looking down till you feel a stretch on that upper side of the neck and shoulder. And coming upright. Down to the other side. This is a movement that gets very stiff and tight easily if you're not doing this movement fairly regularly. And looking down to the side again. And coming upright. And our final neck movement is our chin tuck, tucking back, bringing the ears back towards over your shoulder level. And then relaxing off. And tucking back, we'll do a few more. And back. And tucking back, feeling that nice upright posture, lengthening the spine. And the back. And very small, tuck back again. And relaxing off. Lovely. And you should all be feeling very tall, 6 foot tall after all that. Okay.